Mew and Mewtwo. Despite the similar names and cloning process to create Mewtwo, the two powerful psychic Pokemon are vastly different from each other. While it's easy to assume Mewtwo is more powerful than Mew, it may not be completely true. Hold on to your Pokeballs. Sit back and see all the advantages Mew has over Mewtwo, including a surprising fact about Mewtwo's history. Before you watch, subscribe to TheGamer, and don't forget to ring that bell to become part of our notification squad, where you'll be the first to know of new content. Now enjoy these 8 things Mew can do that Mewtwo can't. The Elusive Mew. As a Pokemon, your life plan is pretty much mapped out for you. You will spend your days roaming in fields of grass only to get caught by a Pokemon trainer, shoved into a ball and forced into battles with other Pokemon. Obviously, Mew is a much different way of life because the Pokemon knows how to be elusive and avoid this fate more often than not. Take Pokemon Red and Blue for example. Mewtwo is one of the legendary Pokemon battles, waiting front and center ready to be caught. Mew has the common sense to see a better life for itself. It can only be captured in Pokemon Red and Blue by using a glitch or a cheat code. Even in Pokemon Snap, Mew does everything in its power to avoid getting its picture taken. Over the years, Mew has mastered the art form, while Mewtwo is practically like a walking billboard ready to be captured whenever a player gets to the endgame. Emotional control. Mewtwo has a lot of baggage. Created from just an eyelash from Mew, the Pokemon has disdain for its lab creation, the way it was raised, and how its powers were used to create weapons. This has caused Mewtwo to have a lot of emotional trauma. It's constantly angry, lashes out in violence, and can be extremely hostile in certain situations. Many examples of this are seen in various Pokemon movies and television shows. Meanwhile, Mew floats along without a care in the world. The Pokemon is calm, sweet, and pretty much the emotional opposite of Mewtwo. Even though it likes to stay hidden in the shadows, Mew is also harboring anger and repressed feelings. This helps when battling the Pokemon or using it in crucial situations. Mewtwo is still unable to get a grip on things, and its whole world is impacted because of it. Get it together, Mewtwo. Jeez. Making bubbles. Both Mew and Mewtwo have some pretty spectacular powers. The characters can easily defeat other Pokemon and are great to head into battle with throughout both the Pokemon and Super Smash Bros. Series. Besides being able to learn many amazing moves, there's one thing Mew has that Mewtwo doesn't: the ability to make bubbles. Sure, on the surface, a large pink bubble may seem silly and unnecessary, but the bubble ability is just another one of Mew's great powers. The bubbles are not just for attacks. They can be used for transportation, defense, and act as a great way to bounce around and pass the time. Nothing like riding around on a large pink bubble. Meanwhile, Mewtwo spends its time blasting off aura spheres and shadow balls like a maniac. Having a balance in powers is great, and Mew's use of the bubbles allows it to reserve its more powerful attacks for use in battle. Playing with others. What is the point of a Pokemon if you can't bring legendary Pokemon into battle with you? This is a predicament found with Mewtwo. According to Smogon University, Mewtwo has been banned from nearly every type of battle because of its inflated stats and unfair advantage. When players battle Pokemon in games like Pokemon Showdown or various Nintendo DS titles, Mewtwo isn't allowed into the competition. This factor alone instantly makes Mew a better Pokemon. Mew is allowed in several types of Smogon battle competitions, making it useful when challenging other competitors. Poor Mewtwo. It already has harsh feelings about being a clone and now has to deal with the fact that Mew gets to go off and play with other Pokemon friends. Just another reason Mewtwo has so much pent-up anger. While it's sitting on the side collecting dust, Mew is swooping in, gaining fans, and notching up victories in the Smogon community. Going invisible. There are some powers more superior than others. In a world where people are constantly trying to catch you, avoiding them can be done in a number of different ways. One of the easiest ways? Turn invisible. Despite being the clone of Mew, Mewtwo can't just turn invisible at the snap of its fingers, or more appropriately, at the whip of its tail. Mew, on the other hand, remains so elusive because of its invisibility powers. It can sneak around, avoid foes, and happily go along its day without anyone seeing it. There's no meter or limit to the power as well. Mew could spend the whole day lounging around invisible if it wanted to. There are probably times where it sneaks around Mewtwo just to taunt the poor thing. At some points, the only ones who can see Mew are those with a pure heart. So not only can Mew hide from danger, but Team Rocket will never get a chance to spot the little creature. Notch another one up for Mew. The OG Pokemon. Here we go with another clone argument, but poor Mewtwo just can't ignore its past. Not only does Mew have the ability to say it's the original Pokemon of their DNA family, but Mew is widely considered the first Pokemon ever created, something Mewtwo may fester on, but can ultimately never take away from Mew. Sure, there's some debate over whether Mew or Arceus is the first Pokemon, but of all the old school Pokemon, fans would widely consider Mew to be the first true Pokemon. Mew came in Gen 1 way before Arceus and Gen 5 as a whole were even a thought. This is claimed that Mew will always carry with it. Even if Mew 3 or Mew 4 can make their debut at some point, Mew will always be a pure Pokemon, while Mew 2 deals with all the issues associated with genetic mutation. Mew's original creation also gives the character the ability to learn every move available, including all the TM and tutor moves as well. It's a perk that comes in handy for several types of battles. Reverse evolution. Not only are Mew and Mewtwo powerful in the Pokemon video game world, but their cards hold a lot of muster when it comes to the official Pokemon card game. Using either Mew or Mewtwo comes with a lot of advantages, but there's one way Mew trumps Mewtwo. Mew has multiple powers which can actually reverse the evolution of an opponent's Pokemon, something Mewtwo does not have the ability to do. When Mew's special powers like the De-Evolution Beam or Devo Crush are played, other players' Pokemon lose their evolution and the characters return to their previous forms. The cards are incredibly powerful and rare, just like Mew. In a card battle, playing a card like this can make or break the game. The power you feel after turning a powerful Blastoise into a lowly Squirtle is just, wow. Mew's got the looks. We're not here to judge or shame Pokemon in any way, but it's kinda hard to deny the different aesthetics between Mew and Mewtwo. Obviously, something got mixed up in the genetic code somewhere, because there's no denying Mew's plain and simply a much cuter Pokemon than Mewtwo. Not only does Mewtwo have a constant scorn on its face, but it looks like something mutated when compared to Mew. Just think of it this way: which one would you rather have as a pet? Which one would you rather have as a stuffed animal? Which one has made you audibly say, "Aww," while playing a Pokemon game? The answer to all of these questions is Mew, and the internet would agree, as Mew memes, character art, and dedication pages showcase the cuteness of the character. Sorry, Mewtwo, at least you're still really cool looking. How are we to know that the first Pokemon ever created would be one of the cutest? Well, there you have it. Who do you think is better, Mew or Mewtwo? Have you ever caught a Mew or Mewtwo? Who is your favorite Pokemon? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to TheGamer so you can stay up to date with all our awesome videos. Thanks for watching.